Hello everyone. Welcome to Red Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region English Medium YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the next half part of 10th Standard English Kumar Bharti textbook. Lesson is 2.5 Let Us March by Kailash Satyarthi. This is video number 13. In last video we have seen Kailash Satyarthi, who won the Nobel Peace Prize on 2014. At that evening, when he was accepting the Nobel Prize, he had given a speech. This is a part of a speech. First part we have seen, in that he was talking about the different kinds of problems which the children are facing all over the globe and how we can change that situation. Here he has given one important story in the second part. Let us see that. He said that you may ask, all the peoples may ask, what one person can do. So here he recalled a story of his childhood. He had given example of a story. Once a heavy fire had broken out in the forest. All the animals were running away, including the lion, the king of the forest also. Then suddenly he saw a tiny bird rushing towards the fire, and he asked to that bird, "What are you doing?" To the lion's surprise, the bird replied, "I am going to extinguish the fire." The lion laughed and said, "How can you do it keeping just one drop of water in your beak?" The bird was adamant and she said, "I am doing my bit." That means here that bird wants to take its share into extinguishing that fire. Then he gave a message that why couldn't we take our small bit or our share in saving the children's life, and this may turn into a large movement. Here he said 18 years ago millions of individuals marched across the globe and demanded a new international law for the abolition of worst from child labor. And it has happened. We did it. Millions of individuals did it. That means he said that we have removed the child labor law, and according to that we have saved the life of the children. Why? The millions of individuals march along with, and that's why we need to work together to reduce this problem. Now he said that we live in an age of rapid globalization. We are connected through high-speed internet. We are connected with each other and we exchange our goods and services in one single global market. Thousands of flights every day connect us from one corner to another corner of the globe. But there is one serious discontent, and this is a lack of compassion. Here compassion means a pity and concern for those who are suffering. He said, let us inculcate and transform this individual's compassion into a global compassion. Let us globalize the compassion. Inculcate means develop by instructing. So here he wants that we need to increase this compassion and pity and feeling concern for these children who are suffering. And that's how we can exchange these into the globalized compassion, and we can help these child laborers. Again he said, Mahatma Gandhi said that if we are to teach real peace in this world, we shall have to begin with the children. I humbly add, let us unite the world through the compassion for our children. That means he wanted that if we wanted to learn the peace or inculcate the peace in this world, then we need to start from the children, according to Mahatma Gandhi. So he recalled this and he added this, that we must try to inculcate this compassion in the whole world for our children. Then he asked some questions about the children. These children are our children only, who stitched the football yet never played it. He said the children who are working in the cocoa plants, harvesting the cocoas but never tasted the chocolates. He said that these are our children only who are dying of Ebola. And he said that the children who are kidnapped and held hostages, these all are our children only, and we need to help these children to come out of this problem. he said these all are our children and we need to take an action against this. He said one experience of him, he remembered an 8-year-old girl he rescued her from intergenerational forced labor from stone quarries. Here intergenerational means involving several generations are included in these quarries, and from that place he had rescued an 8-year-old girl. And when she was sitting with him in his car at that time, she asked him a question, why did you not come earlier? That means he said that children are asking us a question. Her angry question still shakes him and has the power to shake the whole world. Her question is for all of us. Why are we? What are we doing? What are we waiting for? How many girls we will allow to go without rescue? That means he is asking this question to the whole world. Why we are not taking any action, and why these peoples have to make a new international law to save these kind of girls who are suffering with lots of problems. Then he said these children are questioning our inactions and watching our actions. What actions we are taking against this problem? These children are asking to us, they are waiting, they are watching to our actions. We need to collective actions with a sense of urgency. That means he said that we need to take an urgent actions against these kind of problems, because according to him every minute, every single minute matters, every single child matters, and every single childhood also matters. And that's why he challenges the passivity and pessimism surrounding our children, and he challenges this culture of silence and this culture of passivity, this culture of neutrality. Here passivity means no action taken and neutrality means not supporting or helping. So he is very angry and he is asking, challenging these passivity or the actions which we are not taking and not supporting or helping these children to come out this situation, to come out this problem. Then he called upon all the governments, international governments, agencies, businesses and faith leaders, workers, teachers and NGOs also, and each one of us, the individual, put an end to this form of violence against the children. These problems as like slavery, trafficking, child marriages, child labor, sexual abuse and illiteracy, these things have no place in any civilized society according to him. And if we all work together, we can remove these kind of bad or evil things from our society. Now he said that what we can do, the government must make a child-friendly policies and invest in education and young people. That means instead of wasting the money, the government should put money in this child-friendly policies according to him. And he said that we must be responsible, equitable and open the innovational partnership. This can the businesses do. The intergovernmental agencies must work together to accelerate actions. That means speed up the actions. The intergovernmental agencies can work for that. The global civil society must rise above the business as usual and fragmented agendas. Faith leaders and institutions and all of us must stand with our children. Fragmented agendas means here split up or disunified plans of things to be done to solve a problem. That means all these businessmen or intergovernments should come together and think for different policies which can help these combined plan, which can help these children to come out and have to stand on their own. Then he said we must be bold, we must be ambitious and we must have the will. We must keep our promises and we should do work. Over 50 years ago, he had experienced one important incident and he is explaining that to us. On his first day of the school, he met a cobbler boy of my age, of the age of Kailash Satyarthi, sitting outside the gate of his school. He asked his teacher, why is he working outside? Why he is not with the children inside the school? At that time, the teacher had not given any answer to Kailash Satyarthi. One day, Kailash Satyarthi gathered the courage to ask the boy's father. He asked a question to him, why your child is not sitting with us, why he is not taking the education. At that time, the father of that cobbler boy answered him Sir, we have never thought about it. We are born to work. So this answer made Kailash Satyarthi angry, and it still makes him angry when he remembered that incident, because he thought these parents are not taking that much support to the children. As a child, he had a vision of tomorrow. Kailash Satyarthi said, as a child, I had a vision of tomorrow, that this cobbler boy is sitting with him in his classroom, and that tomorrow is become today in the life of Kailash Satyarthi. At the childhood age, he had an aim that these children will sit with the other children in the classroom, and he had given that all rights to these children. These rights are this: every child must have the rights to life, right to freedom, right to health, right to get education, right to safety, right to dignity, and right to equality, and right to peace. All these rights he is successful to giving these today's children. He said that he is seeing these children are happy beyond this darkness, and the happiness as like the blinking stars are present on the, he can see all these changes in our children's growing freely, and the dignity which he had given to the children. Then he said that what he wants from us. He said that we should feel that today inside you, that we need to help these children. He said again that you should, all these sisters and brother should keep their hands on their, close to your heart, close your eyes and feel the child inside you. He wanted to feel these inside all the people who are present in the hall, and he said that surely you can now listen to that child, and should he asked, you should listen to this child, please. Now today he said, I see thousands of Mahatma Gandhis, Nelson Mandelas and Martin Luther King's calling on us. That means he said that we need to help these children, as like Mahatma Gandhi worked for peace, Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King fight for their rights. That type we have to start the movement to save these children. Now what he said, let us democratize the knowledge, let us universalize justice, together let us globalize the compassion. He wanted all these things should be done by each and every individual. He called upon you in this class, in this room, and all across the world. I call for a march from exploitation. Now he said that he wanted which march we should take for the happy world tomorrow. He said we have to take march from exploitation to education, march from poverty to the prosperity, march from slavery to liberty, that means freedom, and a march from violence to peace. He said, let us have a march from ignorance to awakening, and have a march from darkness to light. Let us have a march from mortality to divinity, and that's how he wanted to bring the changes in the global world. Please understand the concept and revise at home. Thank you.